So my channel's actually been doing pretty good lately, and I feel like I need to fuck that up a little bit. I don't believe in tipping. Not at all. What is going on, everybody? It's your oh so glorious and beloved MaceValor, and probably after today, not so beloved so much. Let me preface everything before I really get into this by saying it's not that I despise tipping. It's not that I think that people shouldn't receive tips. It's just more so the fact that the act of tipping in general, I just don't agree with it. I don't think that it's really needed. But MaceValor, what about the people that work in the restaurant industry, the service industry, that make less than minimum wage? Their money is supposed to be offset by their tips. No. That is just an excuse for employers to get away with underpaying their actual employees. Now, of course, even though I disagree with tipping in general, there are times where I do feel the need to tip. Not so much the need necessarily, but more so I feel that that tip is deserved. And for me, a tip is less about the money and more about the message that comes along with it, which is why there's two situations in when I tip. I either tip if the service has been stellar beyond my imagination, or I tip when the service has been so god-awful I cannot believe that that person has a job at that establishment. I don't understand, MaceValor. Why would you tip somebody if the service was bad? Well, why do you tip people when service is mediocre? Why do you feel the need to tip someone when it's business as usual? You see, I mainly tip people when it's above and beyond my expectations. And the majority of the time is when I go to a restaurant. If I go to a restaurant and the service has been stellar beyond my imagination, then I will definitely leave a nice tip. But if the service is just normal and I just feel like that person did their job adequately for what their role at that establishment is, then I just won't leave a tip. They didn't leave a lasting impression on me that felt that it warranted that this person went above and fucking beyond their line of duty, their line of work, their serving skills, as it were. And it's a customer service thing too. If I go somewhere and you want me to tip you, fucking sell yourself. Personality goes a fucking long way. So that's another situation where if the service is somewhat mediocre, but that server, if they're just badass and they're not like super intrusive on what I got going on at my table, but at the same time they're cool enough to kind of carry a small conversation, lighten the mood a little bit, it adds to the evening as a whole. So yeah, the service might be just fine, but the customer service experience, that is part of what I factor into what I'm gonna tip somebody. And that all falls under the times that I do tip people. But when I don't tip people, it's just business as usual. But the other time that I tip people, oh boy, if I tip you and I felt the service was fucking god awful, you will fucking know it. If I go somewhere and the service is just horrible, if the customer service experience that's included with the service of me getting my fucking food is god awful, I will leave a tip. A tip that is included with a fucking very blatant fucking message that they will never fucking forget. I leave a single fucking penny. Why would I do such a thing? It seems rather cruel, right? Well, honestly, it seems rather passive-aggressive. Honestly, if the service was that bad, I should actually say something. But I don't fucking have to. This is my way of sending a fucking message. So passive-aggressive as it may be, and you want to say in the comments down below, that's just how I'd choose to deliver my fucking message. Alright, so MaceValor is going to give you guys a quick story time. Me and my pregnant girlfriend at the time. Was she pregnant or was Tristan born? Ashley! We went to Olive Garden that one time and the service was horrible. Was he born or were you pregnant? Thank you. Yep, pregnant. My girlfriend was pregnant at the time. So me and my pregnant girlfriend go to Olive Garden and it's really busy. So I can already tell, it's gonna be pretty busy. It's not that big of a deal, services is gonna be whatever. It's kind of in the back of our minds. All we give a fuck about is our never-ending pasta. That's it, that's all we want. That and our shitloads of fucking breadsticks that we're just gonna order more than we can even handle of. Those breadsticks are fucking on point. I don't know what it is. You take the breadstick, you dip it into fucking the chicken noche. Oh my God, it's like fucking heaven, dude. So we're at the place and we have our server, and she's real talkative. You know, I'm fine with personality, but if I'm out eating dinner with someone, I don't want them getting super involved. I kind of like space at the same time. There's kind of a middle ground that people that are really good at customer service can kind of gauge and see for themselves. And so she really had no clear line of boundaries, probably because of the fact that I'm relatively chill. I'm relatively cool. I try to keep my calm and try to keep my composure when I'm out in public, because although I'm a fucking asshole, as the internet can fucking see, at the end of the day, I like to compose myself as a relatively decent human fucking being when I'm interacting with other people in the vicinity of me. So the first issue was, you know, she's a little bit chatty, right? So we're trying to get our drinks and everything. We tell her what we want. And instead of like, all right, got your drinks. Okay, I'll give you guys a minute to look at the menu or anything like that, she hovers around for a good minute, kind of shooting the shit with us when the fucking restaurant's busy as fuck. And I'm thinking, like, aren't there other fucking tables that need to be addressed? Like, I'm thinking the time that you're fucking here wasting trying to chit chat and build us up so you can get a good tip, that's not working for me. That's not how I operate. Come over, get our drinks, be cool with it. You know, like, you know, you want to say hi, you want to say something, you want to make a nice little comment or something, boost the mood. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly cool, and I encourage it. But don't fucking linger longer than you fucking need to be there. If I'm not responding to what you're saying, don't fucking continue fucking talking. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so this fucking purple hair, pink hair bitch, you know, it was one of those, you know, it just had all sorts of crazy shit going on working at a fucking place like Olive Garden. I know it's the fast food of fine dining, but still, have some fucking class and do something with your fucking hair. She fucking goes off with our drink orders. My girlfriend orders the same thing everywhere that we go. Diet Coke with lemon. Diet Coke with lemon. You can't fuck that up. And fortunately enough, it wasn't fucked up. So I order peach raspberry iced tea. I asked her if she had peach tea. She said, we have peach raspberry iced tea. Sweet, awesome, dope, I'll fucking take that shit. I love drinking tea. That's my jam. Get me some of that goodness. She goes, takes a while, eventually comes back with our drinks and ready to take our order. And because, you know, I'm telling her my order, I haven't taken a drink of my tea yet. By the time I get done with the order, she finally doesn't want to dawdle as much, so she fucking bounces. I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it, cool, she's gone. We can have a little bit of peace now. Take a drink. That is not peach raspberry iced tea. No. That was not even peach, it was not even raspberry, it was just plain unsweetened tea. Now, it's not that big of a deal. I understand that it's busy, mix-ups happen, it's not a fucking problem, right? Well, it became a definite fucking issue that this woman cannot do the simplest things in the world, and that comes down to communication. You know, she comes back to check on us and letting us know how our food's doing. It's like, oh, it'll be out in a minute. I'm like, oh, this is the wrong drink. I wanted peach raspberry. This is just, you know, this is iced tea, unsweetened iced tea. And she's like, oh, I'll tell a runner to make sure he gives you the right one. So the runner comes out, takes my drink, puts it down. It's the wrong fucking one. I let the runner know, hey, this is the wrong one, and he picks it up and he walks off with it and then brings me a new one. The right one. I take a sip. This is cool, this is fine, this is perfect. And for whatever fuck all reason, I guess she didn't understand that the runner already taken care of that. So she comes through, takes my fucking perfectly good drink, and then hands me a new drink. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, and then she's off again. So at this point, she doesn't want to chit chat. She actually wants to do her fucking job. So she's bouncing around all over the place. I drink my new drink that she gave me. So what, I think 3 or 4 at this point. So we had the first drink that she fucking gives, the drink that she told the guy to give me, which was wrong, and then the third drink, and then she gives me this 4th one. So we're 4 drinks in. I taste it, it's still fucking iced tea. Our food has already come in. And then finally she comes back to refill my girlfriend's drink, and then we tell her, this is still the wrong drink. And then she's like, I don't know what's wrong with them. I keep telling them iced tea. And then me and her actually look at each other and we're like, no, peach raspberry iced tea. Now, I like this whole thing, just saying it out loud sounds like the stupidest shit in the fucking world of something to get like worked up about. It is, it's stupid, it's fucking petty. And some people out there will look at me and say, well, MaceValor, fuck you and your white privilege, drink your fucking drink, be happy with it no matter what the fuck it is, and then tip them fucking 37% of the fucking bill. Well, I'm not gonna fucking do that, because if I'm a paying fucking customer, part of the experience of me coming in there is getting decent customer service. So if I'm also paying for decent customer service, I want that granted to me. As a paying customer, as a consumer, there are certain things that we are entitled to because of the exchange of funds. And when you go to a place like a restaurant, a decent experience, a decent customer service experience, a decent experience with someone who actually knows how to do their fucking job, that is like textbook, fucking right there in front of you. This is it, this is good. So by the end of the night, I already knew I wasn't gonna tip her. But then for some reason, she comes over right before the end of the night. We're getting like, you know, to-go boxes and stuff. And she apologized for the mix-up earlier, which, you know, it's kind of cool. It's a little bit of a saving grace. And this is the part where she done fucked up. She, with her airhead bubbliness, was like, oh, I'm so sorry that they kept fucking up tonight. I just don't know what the hell's wrong with them. So she was talking about the runners. All right. And she was cursing in front of her customers. Okay. Oh, not to mention the fact that she took our breadsticks and dipped them in someone else's soup at one point during the fucking meal. So that also fucking happened. I'm trying to. No, bitch. I am not leaving here without sending a fucking message. We got our stuff, and I told Ashley, leave. Go to the car, I'll be right there. So she goes and leaves. You know, I take care of the pay, and she, you know, brings back the thing so I could sign the thing. And then I put down $0 and 1 cent. Nice big capital, like I traced over it a few times, make sure it's nice and thick. And then I fucking left. And you know what? I have more stories of times where I've done shit like that. I don't feel fucking bad for it. Not at all. Is it like kind of a douchey move? Yeah, because I think passive-aggressive behavior is very douchey in and of itself, so I'm not gonna hide behind that fact, but at the same time, I will say that I don't fucking regret doing it. I don't regret any of the times that I've done it. You see, I've worked with companies like DoorDash and Postmates and shit in the past where, you know, obviously you're doing delivery, but you're really working for the tip. And I've worked and not gotten any tips from customers. I've worked as a server before, and it didn't break my heart that I didn't get fucking tips. I would still provide a good service, but I wouldn't take it fucking personal, because at the end of the day, it's not the person that I'm serving. It's not their responsibility to ensure that I get a decent wage. It's my responsibility to make sure that I'm in a career field that pays what I feel like I am worth. And that's why I don't fucking tip. Just to preface everything, I'm fine with tipping. I do tip when I feel like it is needed. And I don't feel that people that are in the service industry that get tips, I don't think any less of them. I feel that there's a lot of smart individuals that are out there working these jobs that, fuck man, I couldn't even do this shit properly, and I've been a server before. It does impress me. It does. It's dealing with people is not my forte. It never has been. Working with people has always been my forte. But dealing with fucking customers, me being a consumer myself, I can already tell you customers are some of the biggest fucking douchebag pieces of shit on the fucking planet, because they all feel fucking entitled, as per the example that I just fucking gave you. So, boys and girls, where does this leave us? Well, this leaves us with a part 2, kind of, sort of. Has nothing to do with tipping, but I guess in a couple days I'll upload a video discussing what I feel about minimum wage. Spoiler alert, I don't think that it should be brought up to $15 an hour. If you've learned anything from this fucking video, I'm pretty sure you can guess my answer as to why, but I'll explain it in the next one. So be on the lookout for that. As always, leave your comments in the comment section down below. If you're watching this the day that it goes live, I broadcast on Twitch every single night at 8 p.m. So go ahead and check me out on Twitch tonight. We're playing The Long Dark. I fucking love that game. Great indie game. Blah, 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 blah. Go fucking check it out. Links in the description down below. Also, if you like my content and you want to see the channel grow, you want to see production quality obviously increase, you want to see a whole bunch of crazy shit happen on the channel, you want more Mace fucking Valor, check out the Patreon down below. You don't have to donate, but if you do, it goes a long way. And hell, you know, even if you don't want to fucking donate, check out the link and just fucking look at it. I actually think that I worked on my Patreon page pretty fucking good, and I think it's rather humorous. As always, this has been your so beloved and glorious MaceValor. I hope that I have brought some brand new insight into the world to your minds. I want to open a conversation, so like I said before, drop that down in the comment section down below. Tell me what a bunch of a fuckhead, douchebag, shithead that I can be, and we'll fucking talk. I love a discussion, and anyone that believes in anything left, right, up, down, indifferent, who gives a shit, all fair game so long as you aren't a fucking piece of shit asshole and just doing it for the lulz. So it's MaceValor signing off.